All right, Jill here, Special Needs Mom Talks. Let's see if I can lay this out. Yesterday, I was in this event, like a class type thing, with the teacher, a spiritual teacher, and there was a discussion that was about individuals that work with special needs children and how important it is to make that conscious connection, and how being in your heart is so important, and how valuable these teachers are that are willing to get into their hearts and connect with their students. So it's much more of a, I don't know, empathic. I don't even know how to describe it, but it was a beautiful discussion. And the woman that was on talking to the teacher, it was like a coaching call, was just, you could just tell that she was reaching these special needs individuals that she was working with. Then the discussion turned to the parents, and she was talking about how a little bit about a lot of the parents can't handle it, and they're not reaching their kids, and they need the teacher to help them. And all that is true, very true. But I was triggered not only by that, but by some of the discussion in the chat around special needs parents. People were putting their opinions in about sometimes they're defensive and sometimes they're arrogant. And I just oh boy, I was just lit up. And I had to really look at that and think, why is it so important for me to express over and over again to the world the challenges of the special needs parent? And the reason for that is crystal clear to me now. It is because of this brought it home more than ever that we are always at war. I feel like we have hung in there sometimes with our kids. We have gotten dirty. We have gone dark side. We are surviving on many levels, and we're still there with our offspring. And no, it's not perfect. And yes, we're defensive often, and we're angry, and we feel things. You can't walk through it without feeling it in your heart. And a lot of times we're working with a lot of multiple systems, the education, the medical system. I've gone into that a million times. And oh gosh, am I going to forget this? You've got to be able to stay in your heart. And sometimes you're witnessing things that are just basically malpractice. Or if it's not malpractice, they're just because our systems are so separate, and they treat, in the medical system, they treat a condition like tuberous sclerosis, organ by organ. It's like it's soul twisting in some ways. You just can't, you have to just accept these things that aren't okay to the soul, to the spirit. They're really not. And you just kind of have to be like, well, that's the best we can do right now in this society. I guess we're just going to have to swallow it. These special needs moms are swallowing this stuff. And what the freak? Where does that energy go? I just admire the moms in the community, particularly around TSC, because I know they're badass bitches. They have to deal with so much, tatted up, angry as F sometimes, but in their freaking hearts. And so that just lit me up, and I just am going to continue to express that you're awesome. If you're a special needs parent, you're awesome, whoever you are. Well, pretty much. And keep going, and know that what you're living through and experiencing is valid, and use your voice and think about what you're going through and how that applies, and how you can express it to these people in the systems in as articulate and from the heart way as possible, without getting into the anger component. So I think it's a call for the special needs parents to really work through their shit, which is really important, and it's so valuable. And don't push us down anymore. That's what I have to say. And don't let ourselves be pushed down by it. Doesn't matter. They're going to do it. They're going to judge us. They're going to say these things. And we have to know that they don't mean it. They don't understand the path. Keep going, y'all. And I don't want to make this much longer than 5 minutes, so I'm going to get off. But that's my rant for today. Over and out. Love you so much.